Warning: the opinions expressed in this video do not represent YouTube, associations, agencies, or any particular individuals. They are merely from two guys needing to pass the boredom of their average day lives. Some explicit content may occur in this or future presentations. Viewer discretion may be advised, but ignored if you're into that thing.
What's going on, guys? Big Bad Wolf Benny here.
And I'm the Wild Man Wes.
We're on day 18 of the Wild Wolf Show's Shocktoberfest.
Oh yeah.
This one's a doozy we got for you today. It's Waxwork. Alright, so movie starts off. You see this guy pretty much getting his handed to him. And yeah, then he dies. And then you see this other guy who did it starts taking all these talismans. You don't know they're talismans, but they look like medals pretty much.
Artifacts.
There you go. Let's be technical. So anyway, as the movie progresses, you meet all these college kids. They're all from wealthy families. So of course, they kind of got that snootiness to them.
Hoity-toity, highfalutin type attitude.
So they all have that. They're all really good friends. A couple of them are dating. A couple of them are really good friends. Close. They ended up they're walking to school one day. They run into this guy who the females find kind of charming. He's tall, dark, and handsome. He's a little bit older, but you know how college girls are. They like the older guys, I guess. I'm just going on what's happening in the movie, guys.
Wouldn't know from my experience.
So, anyways, they find out that he runs the local waxwork. So he tells them to come back. So anyway, they go back, people start going missing. And yeah, at the end, all the waxwork comes alive. Turns out those magical artifacts that the guy took are evil, and once he gets enough human sacrifices for the waxwork, they come alive. Now, the cool thing I liked about this movie was that they had different waxworks, like of different horror movies. It helps, it's cool, and it also hurts the movie because I feel like they
kind of used a little too much. I mean,
like there's one where this one guy, he goes into one of the waxworks and it's like a werewolf story. There's another one where it's a vampire story. There's a zombie story. There's a Jack the Ripper story.
Marquis de Sade, Little Shop of Horrors. It just boom, 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 boom.
It's kind of cool because you kind of get all
Invisible Man, even,
you kind of get all these little movies, even though they're only like 5 minutes long. That's how long you see these scenes.
They'll make a movie about anything nowadays.
So, as a kid, the people are dying. They become part of the waxwork. So, anyway, don't want to ruin any more of the movie for you. I feel like I gave you a little too much on this one, but I feel like I need to explain it. It wasn't like a House of Wax where people are going into the wax and becoming, the guys killing them and using them as...
Yeah, I mean,
so
at least the acting, it may be bland in this one, but at least it's better than Paris Hilton.
Yes. This was actually, I like this one. It's very good. It's very entertaining. Some of the special effects I liked were reminiscent of other movies.
I'd say definitely like Evil Dead with the gore factor.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, and the comedy with that gore factor.
Yeah, there are some cool scenes. Then you find out, it's really cool. I liked it. One of the things I didn't like, though, much as I hate to say it, was some of the way, like, the adults, like the officer, the detective and stuff who goes there, I don't like. It just goes back to that movie, like, ignorance, I guess, for the cops.
Kind of like with Heathers, in a way.
Yeah, it's just like, you think they'd be a little bit smarter, they're detectives, and it's just...
But I mean, when he starts realizing that something isn't as what it seemed before, I mean,
so he
has a moment of clarity.
He actually does get pushed into the waxwork, so you can't really blame him for that.
And unfortunately, it's a little too late. But yeah.
So I'll give it to him. He did finally figure it out, but it took him way too long to figure out something was weird about this place.
And one thing that I really liked about this is, in the Wax Museum, all the statues, so to speak, are actually performed by real actors, like
you can actually see them when they're showing up close. You can see the people really trying not to move.
And honestly, I couldn't see them move too much. I mean,
there's a little bit you could see because obviously they're trying to hold their breath, but you can only hold your breath for so long.
In close-ups, you can definitely tell.
But from far away, it looks good.
Yeah, I mean,
so instead of actually going out and getting actual waxworks done, they were going a little cheap on it, which was smart, I think, in their perspective, because accidents happen.
Yeah.
So one of those breaks, you got to stop filming, and you got to, until you get the new wax figure in there. So
I'm sure there's a gag reel where people are sneezing, coughing, farting.
I'm sure. So anyway, that was a smart idea on their part. Like we said, time is money. If you got to shut down production even for a day or two to get another figure in there, you're wasting money.
Sure.
So it's smart to use the figures, and then this way you don't have to get the figures made in their likeness. You just use them, tell them to stand still, don't move.
Yeah.
Ultimate freeze tag, basically.
I also love the casting of this. I mean, there's a lot of people that are in this that have had some fairly decent careers. Zach Galligan is the main character. You might know him as Billy from Gremlins. Yeah. And this, I mean, his performance in this, I mean, it was...
He starts off, you know what, I started off hating him just because he was so snooty. But as the movie goes on, he realizes he has to be the hero. His personality changed, so he does go through that.
I think it had to deal with the fact with being in movies like Gremlins and some of the other movies.
Kind of getting a little typecast.
Well, he was typecast as like the good boy, like the good guy, so, and then him being kind of a snot in this one
kind of changed it. So maybe that's what I didn't like, but he does go through that like journey, that hero's journey, pretty much in this.
And was it the main owner of the Wax Museum, David Werner?
Yeah.
I mean, he was the professor in Ninja Turtles 2.
Yeah, he's been a lot.
He was in The Omen, I believe,
yeah.
And if I remember correctly, I think he was going to be the first pick as Freddy Krueger in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I'll have to double check that because I think there are some production stills of him with the makeup on. So I'm going to have to double check on that. And if I do, I'll be definitely putting a little slideshow clip of that in this.
My favorite character was the little guy.
Mishu Mazzaro.
Yeah, he had a little accent.
Because he was in was it Big Top Pee-wee? Yeah. And he was also one of the puppeteers of Alf.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah, he was funny. Whenever you walk in a room, he'd come in, do this little bow, and he had this long hair that would like kind of...
I think he did that a little too often, but it was still funny.
It was funny, so I loved him. And then when he's like beating up the big, tall, brute guy who doesn't know his own strength.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
I also found it interesting that John Rhys Davies, the guy who's Gimli in Lord of the Rings, he's the werewolf guy. Yeah. And then, let's see, Dana Ashbrook, who was in Twin Peaks in the 80s, was in this.
We got a lot of good actors in this. It was really good. Like I said, they chose them very good, and I think that's what helped make the movie good, when you actually cast people that are perfect for the role.
I agree.
That could make or break, you know. There's been good movies, but, you know, maybe they didn't choose the right person, or they just didn't bring enough character to it.
Yeah.
So, again, character cast really does make or break the movie. Doesn't matter how good the story is.
Yeah, I mean, with this one, it was a little bit of a coin toss, you know? It was good. I mean, it wasn't great, but...
For what it was good. Like I said, I think they relied too much on having all the different stories. Like all the different Waxwork characters.
I mean, especially near the end, where pretty much the final battle just seemed like...
The final battle was kind of cool, because you kind of get everything on screen. It's not even they're fighting monsters, but it's more like, you know, just a brawl.
I'll admit, I got really dizzy from all the camera shots, and some of them just seemed like they were ill-prepared on the editing.
Yeah.
Because I got dizzy watching it, and all I could say was, oh my gosh, the editing is one big cluster. That's all I can say.
I mean, do you got anything else you want to say about this?
Not really. I mean, other than one thing, I know that we're not really supposed to talk about this normally on YouTube nowadays because of, you know, possible political things. The college professor, I kind of, you know, I really didn't care for just because of he just seemed like that stereotypical German, where it's like anytime the German professor at a college.
Guys, if it makes you feel better, we both actually have German blood in us. So.
True, yeah.
So it's not being racist.
It's the fact that in every movie I've ever seen that has some sort of high school or college moment, and the professor is German, they're always talking about Lithuanian situations or dictators, and you know, there's a swastika flag and a picture of Hitler. It's just like, we get it. I mean, it happened in the 70s, happened in the 80s, happened in the 90s, still happening today, which, you know, maybe that might change, who knows. But
we don't talk about politics on this channel, so please do not endorse that we do.
No, I mean, for me, just when I saw it, I just kind of went, oh gosh, not again.
It's just they hit that trope again.
I was having deja vu. That's all it was. Yeah. But I mean, I'm not taking anything away from the movie because of that. It was just one of those moments for me that just kind of went, man, I'm sitting through this again. Oh boy.
Well, anyways, let's jump into grading. What do you feel this movie deserves in your book?
Honestly, I mean, the movie, like I said, fair as it is. I mean, it's an 80s cult classic. I'm a big fan of cult classics, even if you know, sometimes the plot or the acting kind of farts on the audience. But I mean, it did good for what it was. Special effects definitely saved it. Like I said, the acting, passe, but
it was passable. It wasn't
passable.
great. No one's gonna say, "Oh man, that's the greatest acting I've seen."
I would give it a B-.
I'm gonna go a little bit above it. Give it a solid B.
Okay.
Because, like I said, it was good for what it was. It's a great idea, actually. But I think they focused on having too many, like, waxworks. Like, they had 18 different waxworks.
18. And today's day 18.
I know.
Oh, yeah, right? And you divide that by 3, you get the 666. Oh, man. When I heard that joke, or that line in the movie, I was just kind of like, I knew they were going to have to say something like that to make it demonic. But
so, anyways...
But still, it was good for what it is.
It is. So, like I said, definitely check it out. It was on Netflix. They took it off. I'm sure if you find one of those secret codes they have, you can get it back. If not, I mean, go buy a movie somewhere. Go find a place that sells old movies. They're still out there.
Oh, yeah.
Go find it, or if not, order it online. I mean, it's got to be cheap. It's a really good movie. Like he said, a cult classic. We love cult classics because, not that many people have seen it, and the people who do get the references when you make them.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, as always, we ask you to please comment down below. Share this video, like this video, and of course,
hit the red button. Because every time somebody subscribes to this channel, that gives us more and more incentive to give you more content. And we want to give you more content because you deserve it. Especially when you have to sit and watch us two, speak our minds. And Lord knows some people might agree and some people probably do disagree. But, that's the world. And you know what? We appreciate all of your criticism.
We love our haters.
Especially as long as it's constructive,
We love our haters as much as we love our lovers. So,
True. Oh, yeah.
As long as you got something to say.
Yeah. So, other than that, I'm Wild Man Wes.
I'm the Big Bad Wolf Benny.
And we'll hope to see you tomorrow for day 19 of the Wild Wolf Show's Shocktoberfest. Take care.
What if I get this person? No, that won't work either. Damn, this is hard.
Hey, Benny, what you working on over here?
Oh,
Nice to see you got a little free time apart from
yeah,
filming.
yeah. It's just a little side project. No offense to you, but I'm trying to build us another friend,
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really hard to find cadavers.
I know that's hard to get things from the morgue, I mean...
I like them fresh, so...
Well, who are you going to find to kill for this one?
I got an idea.
Oh, son of a...